Hey there guys, how are you? So a few days ago I seen the movie Neighbors. The next day I was going to review the movie, except I woke up with food poisoning. Yeah, never eat at Applebee's. And after laying in the fetal position in my bed for 2 days crying, I was like, I need to do something. A shitty Seth Rogen impression. So here it goes. I did not know that. His arms look like veiny dicks. So if you couldn't tell by now, the movie Neighbors stars Seth Rogen, Rose Byrne, and Zac Efron. And in the movie Neighbors, Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne are a couple that have a newborn baby. They move into a house, and then a few days later, a new neighbor moves in. Well, actually, a lot of new neighbors. Zac Efron leading a whole fraternity, and McLovin's there too. And is that essentially what this movie's about? Well, kind of, sort of, but there is a little bit more depth to it. I mean, yeah, there is this fraternity house next door, and they have these loud, obnoxious parties, and things get wild. But they're not just assholes. I mean, they're like trying to comply with Seth Rogen. They're like, yeah, we're sorry. You know, we'll try to work with you. Zac Efron isn't just your typical frat boy asshole. There's a little bit more to him, and I don't know why. For the first time ever, I think I was pleasantly surprised. I guess this is the first time I technically ever watched a Zac Efron movie. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that, but we'll talk about him a little bit later. Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is the characters that live in the fraternity house aren't just loud and obnoxious to be loud and obnoxious. I mean, at times they are, but they understand that they have to work with their neighbors. And at first, Seth Rogen and Zac Efron and the fraternity kind of get along. They kind of have an agreement, but things kind of fall apart. Now, this movie is an R-rated comedy, and I love R-rated comedies. When they utilize the R rating, they go for it. They make it raunchy, they use foul language, all that other stuff, but they make it clever, witty, and funny at the same time. And does this movie use all those things in the right formula? I would say overall, yeah. I mean, come on, let's all be honest. When you go into a movie that takes place in a fraternity house, you expect to see a few things, all right? Drug use, nudity. Did I get those? Yes. And the most important thing I got from this movie was the ability to laugh, because when you go into a comedy movie, that essentially is the point of it. And yeah, I was sitting there eating my Sour Patch Kids like I usually do, and I was laughing throughout the entire movie. I mean, at least every 10 minutes there was a laugh out loud moment. Did I just say laugh out loud? Now let's very quickly talk about the two main stars of the movie, Seth Rogen, who plays this father figure, and it's pretty typical Seth Rogen, but if you're a fan of Seth Rogen, you won't be let down by this movie. It's his comedy, it goes for it, I liked it. Now let's talk about Zac Efron, and I never thought I'd say that, but I just said it. A cold, chilling sensation went down my spinal cord. And I kind of liked it. And Zac Efron in this movie plays the fraternity leader, and at times he was funny. I thought Zac Efron fit the role pretty well. You know, there was more to this guy than just being a typical fraternity leader douchebag type. You know, he kind of had like a Van Wilder type vibe to him. He just wanted to party. He was scared to move on in life. He just wanted to stay in college as long as he possibly could. He wasn't ready for it yet, and I think in one weird way I can kind of relate to that. And on a side note, I respect this movie just a little bit more than I probably should, because throughout the movie they reference Christian Bale's Batman voice. I'm Batman. And I'm sort of kind of a Batman fanboy, and I found it to be one of the funniest scenes in the movie. So the movie Neighbors, it's a rated R comedy that made me laugh. I'm gonna have to give this movie a solid B. Is it going to live on throughout the years as a classic comedy? Maybe not, but it's a good time and definitely worth checking out. So that's my review for Neighbors. Now here's my question to you guys, and let me know down below. What is your favorite college movie of all time, or what did you think about the movie Neighbors? And by the way, if you guys haven't already, make sure you check out last week's video. It's an all-new movie night where we talk about new movies and eat some frozen pizza. It's a good time. I'll see you there.